By the end of this video, you will be able to understand how to have a perfect stance, and I will teach you 4 stances that every beginner should know. So let's get into it. So the first thing is to know how exactly you have to stand. In boxing, to get the perfect stance, you have to put your place together 90-degree like this, and then at your shoulder length. Little bit wide can be acceptable, but this is the ideal stance. Once you understand this and know this type of stance, make sure that you are not falling forward or going backwards. So if I'm in this stance, I am stable, I'm balanced. I'm not like this, I'm not like this, I'm stable. Second thing, you have to engage your core at all cost. So tighten your core and close your shoulders. Move forward your shoulders. This is the ideal stance. Now, moving forward with our first stance is the hands down stance. As the name says, you have to put your hands down. For this, you have to have a wide stance and put your hands down. And the main defense is for this stance is that you have to use your body and your reflexes in order to punch your opponent. The disadvantage of this stance is that you are not really in the guard, and if you don't have a nice reflexes, you will easily get punched by your opponent if he's quite fast or you have less reflexes. So a second type of stance which is quite famous is the peekaboo stance. So in order to do this, you have to place your stance a little bit in a square stance but vertically. After that, you have to put your body a little bit down, put your hands tucked into your body and squeeze your core. Now you are in a peekaboo stance. And one of the things you have to know, so when a person punches you, you can like do this, you have to do this. One disadvantage of this stance is you have to cover big distances. So unlike the last stance which I'm going to teach you, this stance requires a distance to travel. And you have to be using your body. So if I'm punching, I have to use my body to punch. As well as this will block your view. So if a person punches me, I have very less view. So the third type of stance is the finisher. In this stance, you have to put your right hand towards your body, and the left one moves towards your stomach. For this stance, you will be able to you have to block it with your shoulders. So if a person punches me, I have to block it. This. One of the major disadvantages of this stance is that you're wide open and your main primary guard is your hand. And the more often you will get punched, this hand getting to get tight, which results in less power and less speed. Also, for the long distance, it's great, but when the opponent is when the opponent is at your range, what will happen is, if you just try to do this, and he's in your range, he will give you very sweet punches on your cheek. So the last stance is a traditional stance. In order to do that, you have to put your right hand close to your body. It will protect your body, and the lead hand is like this. One of the best advantage of this stance is that you require to travel less distance. So my hand is like this, so I can just throw multiple punches, confuse my opponent where I'm going to punch, and punch it. So the wrist stance give you more visibility and less distance to travel and to throw punches. This also allows you great movement as well as this. This is the go-to stance for beginners. So for my recommendation, if you're a beginner, you have to start with the traditional stance. So after an year and so, when you understand the fundamentals, your punches, then you can choose the following stances that I taught you. So that's all for this video. We'll see you in the next one.